Hello, my name is Zach Calhoun, and this is my Teaching Diverse Learners Project 2. I did a PowerPoint on multicultural educational concepts, and I will be talking about the major components and how it's applied today. Here's the title. What is multicultural education? Well, first off, multicultural education is a concept. And multicultural education is a form of education practice that's acknowledged the diversity of students and their families. Now, this is kind of like a thought and an idea at the same time. Just you're trying to be conscious as a teacher to understand that you have diverse learners and not everyone's the same. It works on being constructive by helping promote equality and social justice in education, because that is common in this world. And it also incorporates those beliefs in the text and teaching on how you teach it. Next, what does this concept create? Well, this concept helps educators understand the knowledge and the skills to work efficiently with those from different backgrounds. So that could be like a Detroit, Michigan person who has a rough background and possibly just doesn't have the socioeconomic background as someone, for example, like from Pulaski Academy, not to be stereotypical, but we have different backgrounds and forms of opportunity there. The educator can also prepare the student a lot better based on how they deliver their message through different means of instruction, whether that means that they do it making it applicable to their life on using something that they use, or just an experience they can use it and help keep the learner more engaged. The student also, in my opinion, they are not just a number in the classroom anymore, but an individual that receives more one-on-one learning. So one of the things whenever I went to UAM as an undergrad, one of the big things was the 17-to-1 ratio, where they really pushed, you're not just a number, you are getting one-on-one teaching from your professors. And in my opinion, the multicultural education thought is that if they're being more diverse in their teaching, they're using that individual, so they're making it relatable, but also they're using their experiences and making it more personal towards that student, so the student can engage more and feels more personable to what's being taught. Next, what makes the student different? Now again, like we talked about earlier, just different socioeconomic backgrounds, and also it could be race, it could be religion, it could be sexual orientation, age. There's different kinds of cultures and experiences that influence the students. Again, we have to recognize these cultural backgrounds and experiences to help develop our educational programs. Students can behave differently in school atmospheres, and especially towards authority figures. Again, that can sway either way. Say if they don't have a really good home life, they could have issues with authority figures because that is kind of what they lived with. It just goes a long way. Next, the beliefs and foundations. It is our responsibility as schools to be good models for equality, because we aren't being judgmental. We are being diverse in how we teach everybody and how we really reach out and try to make everything open for discussion and make it a good democratic society, encouraging to use a platform and to speak out and to be active in the classroom, have participations. Teachers, it's our influence, we influence the kids on how to be productive citizens in society, whether that's knowledge, skills, values, ethics, so on and so forth. Educators can also be involved in the community. If we're involved in the community, we can understand not only the student but the families, but also have an impact on the community as a whole into buying in what we're teaching in schools. Last but not least, we're talking about the proficiencies and reflections for teachers. Teachers in these programs expect, when they get hired, they're expected to be proficient, to understand how to teach these diverse learners. Also, it's just expected to be able to accommodate their needs also. Now, reflections. Teachers are able to reflect and analyze their practices and tend to actually see over time that their practices have improved. That if they look back and see how they're teaching, they're not satisfied with just going through the motions or anything like that. They are, really trying to learn and evolve, because education is different from now in the 1950s. They can reflect on certain methods and make sure that they are changing for the benefit of the student. Also, several ways they can do this is through videos, portfolios, journals, and reflection papers. This helps them feed off their experiences and become more effective as teachers. And that is multicultural education.